Everyone, today for me great day, press conference. But first, this is my religion celebrity who believe Jesus Christ. Today, the ascension of the Lord. Congratulations. I'm happy to be here. For me, it's first time. It's history time. I think. Today, first face off, we go in pyramid. When we go in a close, I say, wow, this is amazing. First time, sometimes my people, my team, another was here, but I'm not.
Just the love and the support that I've been getting from all the people here, it's just been amazing. And just to be a part of this card is with so many great fighters. This is a one-of-a-kind card, and with so many great fighters on one card, heavyweights. And this is what we like to see. Everyone loves to see heavyweights, and they love to see knockouts. And they got the right man on the card for this job. I'm definitely coming to do what I do best. It's something that's God-given. It's something that I don't have to pressure myself do or others apply pressure on to me. It's something that comes naturally, and I'm coming to do it again this time around as well. So, like Shelly told you, like I always say, don't blink, baby.
Absolute madness at the top table. Deontay Wilder crossed the line completely, slapping Oleksandr Usyk right in front of the cameras. The undisputed king of the division didn't flinch, didn't retaliate, just stood there with that same calm composure he always carries. Wilder wanted headlines, and now he's got them, for all the wrong reasons.
Listen, I respect all my rivals because I know how it's. Because who training boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, fights, it's amazing guys and the crazy guys. Yes, I respect all my rivals, but it's a hard sport.
Eddie Hearn making it clear he wasn't a fan of that move, and rightly so. There was no need for Wilder to put his hands on Usyk like that. Yes, it sells the fight, but Usyk didn't need any extra promotion. His resume already does all the talking required.
Each move. I really did.
Have you spoken?
I would never. If you chin someone at a presser, if you do that, it's different. But when you carry something on the stage to hit someone around the face with, I weren't mad on it. That's all.
But it does sell the fight.
Yeah,
and it's an absolutely
the fight's going to sell anyway.
Frank Warren echoing exactly what most fans are thinking. This was completely unnecessary. Usyk and Wilder already had a genuinely competitive fight on paper without any of this theater. Wilder resorting to a slap only proves who felt the need to force the issue heading into fight night.
We've got security here, they're here for a reason, and it just seems it's happening a little bit too often now on some of these press conferences, and it needs to stop. I mean, the border control.
Bold talk as always from Deontay Wilder, promising fireworks and knockouts. But talk is cheap, and after slapping Usyk on that stage, actions have already spoken louder than any of these nicknames ever could. Usyk has heard bigger threats from better fighters and still walked away undisputed champion every single time.
I come to do what I do best, That's a sight to get the fans what they want to see, At the end of the day, no one wants to see a 12-round fight. It's a whole bunch of heavyweights up here, and we're the hard hitters. And at the end of the day, people have things to do, and they want to come and see a fight, and after that, they want to go party. So when you're watching me, like I said, don't blink. I'm going to give you what you want to see. And nowadays, my name is called Dr. Sleep. And I definitely got the NyQuil in the right hand, so I hope you bring a pillow and a blanket. It get a little chilly at night.
That's the mentality of a true champion right there. Oleksandr Usyk brushing past all the noise, reminding everyone his real language is spoken inside the ring. No need for slaps or theatrics when your resume speaks for itself the way his does.
Now it's only words. This is press conference, and we speak a lot of. But my language will be in ring. You know. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's not. We'll see. It's God's will.
Duke McKenzie summing up exactly why Wilder thrives on chaos, because it's often all he has left to offer outside the ring these days. Usyk doesn't need to shout houses down. His calm dominance has already done more for his legacy than any amount of noise ever could.
And he knows how to shout houses down and make threats and swear and all the rest of it, because he creates chaos wherever he goes. And for whatever the reason...
Even Wilder himself admits Usyk looks completely locked in and focused, and that focus is exactly why he's the undisputed champion. Wilder can talk about tasks and mindset all he wants, but Usyk has already proven time and again that his preparation translates directly into results on fight night.
Honestly, I see a man that's been focusing you know, focus on what the task that lies at hand. You know, same as but you know, I'm not in his head, so I can't speak for himself. You know, a lot of people have asked me about his mannerism, the way he's been, his demeanor about himself, the way he's been reacting to the media. You know, the questions that when it comes about me, you know, I can't speak for him. You know, we're on the outside looking in, and we'll see. You know, he has a task a big task to complete, as well as I have one as well. So when it's all over with, we can talk about it. But at this moment in time, it's getting close to the fight, and I think we're both focused on the same task, and that's the win. I'll leave it as that.
Tony Bellew doesn't hold back here, calling out how this fight came together and questioning the fairness of it all. Whatever the politics behind the scenes, one thing is certain: Usyk called Wilder's bluff, and Wilder actually had to step up and answer. That alone tells you everything about who really controls this narrative heading into fight night.
I have no idea, you know, how many rounds this is fight. I'm not set if 12 rounds, it's normal, but I don't know. When I have chance.
Spencer Oliver putting it perfectly, a two-time undisputed heavyweight champion adding Deontay Wilder's name to his resume would simply complete an already legendary story. Usyk doesn't need this fight to prove anything. He's chasing it purely for the love of the sport, and that hunger at 38 years old says everything about his character.
You know, two-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, undisputed cruiserweight champion. And he's thinking now in years to come when people look back on this modern era, and he has to box Deontay Wilder, who you know, has played a massive part in this era of boxing. And victory over Deontay Wilder would have cleaned up this era. So I totally understand it. And at the stage that he's at right now, Oleksandr Usyk, 38 years of age, and he could sail off into the sunset and go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. But I think adding Deontay Wilder's name to that list, you know, when people look back on it, in, let's say 20 years' time, and you're talking about, you know, great heavyweight champions, that, you know, that's what it'll be remembered for. Not that Deontay Wilder is a shot false, which he is, by the way, but they won't remember.
Do you think
that
he's being serious, Paul? I mean, ultimately, we now look at Deontay Wilder through the prism of a rearview mirror, in terms of once upon a time he was the most feared in terms of punch power, not in terms of technical ability, but in terms of punch power. Do you think he's being serious in what he says there?
I think that the key thing to take from that interview is, and what you got to detract from that, is that he's saying, I love it, and that's his attitude.
Johnny Nelson raises a fair warning about complacency, but this is Oleksandr Usyk we're talking about, a fighter who has never once taken an opponent lightly regardless of reputation. If anything, being slapped in front of the world will only sharpen his focus further, and that's a dangerous combination for Wilder heading into this fight.
Now that's like 46 years old. I think he's 133. At those 33, he's stopped 20. He's lost. I think he's been stopped 8 or 10 times. I can't remember. But what I'm saying is, so there's no threat there. There should be no threat there. And this is how they're looking at it. They're going to take the flight. They're going to take the criticism, Tyson Fury's camp, for picking this opponent. He just wants to get out. So this isn't about the opponent. This is about Tyson Fury just getting out there, getting a bit of a sweat on, trying to steal a bit of thunder from AJ's performance the day after.
This is exactly why Oleksandr Usyk stands above so many of his rivals. Pure love for the craft rather than chasing more belts. He's already achieved everything possible in this sport. Yet here he is still hungry, still respectful of Wilder's power, and still choosing this fight simply because he loves what he does. That humility and passion is a rare quality at the very top of heavyweight boxing. It's exactly why fans across the world continue to fall further in love with the undisputed king.
Deontay Wilder. For me, I think it's interesting.
Why Deontay Wilder? Because people are saying maybe he's not as good as he was.
This is world champion guy. This is very famous guy. This is strong guy. But it's Odin is one of is great heavyweight last 10 years. Mama too. But I say, Mama, I love you, but it's my work. Not just work. It's love work. Because I feel when I say myself, Alex, enough.
Okay.
I feel. Hey, Alex, you win all belts. Okay, for what? I wanna work because I love this.
Gareth A. Davis calling Usyk an absolute unicorn of this era. And honestly, it's hard to disagree with that assessment. 2 undisputed victories over Tyson Fury, 2 wins over Anthony Joshua, 2 wins over Daniel Dubois. The resume simply speaks for itself. Usyk has earned the right to choose exactly who he wants to fight and how he wants to close out his legendary career. Wilder might still carry dangerous power, but as Davis rightly points out, pulling the trigger consistently is a different story altogether at this stage of his journey, and that gap in current sharpness could prove decisive.
He's growing his hair. He looks half human again, doesn't he? And you can tell he's on holiday. No, but he's got a holiday element about him. But he's just had a little look and thought, you know what? I'm going to ask the WBC if I can get Deontay Wilder in the ring, and it's to our point of earlier. He's having a fight off. There are risks. Wilder's still got power, but he can't pull the trigger. This is an ending of the era fight for him. It may well, in my view, be his last fight.
Yeah. Do you know something, from an Oleksandr Usyk point of view, I've absolutely no problem with him choosing whatever he wants to do. I think he's absolutely earned the right, and this might be counterintuitive to all the things that I normally say about boxing, but Oleksandr Usyk is that unicorn that has turned up. He has given us everything that we've ever asked of him. He's given us 2 undisputed fights with Tyson Fury. He's beaten Anthony Joshua on 2 occasions.
Interesting to hear Wilder point out he wasn't even originally on Usyk's radar for his next 3 fights. That says a lot about where Wilder actually sits in the current heavyweight picture right now. Usyk has always focused on the biggest, most meaningful challenges the division has to offer, and the fact Wilder had to fight his way back into that conversation shows just how much has changed since his prime years at the very top of the sport.
Usyk named his next 3 fights, and it was
Rico. This is first. Second, who winner? Daniel Dubois and Wardley. Third fight, it's my friend Greedy Belly Tyson.
Who named that?
Alexander Usyk.
Oh, nice. No Deontay Wilder in there?
No.
Well.
You said, I'll not be happy with my career unless I unify the heavyweight division.
Most definitely.
Is that still your mindset now?
It's still a mindset to this day. I don't believe in giving up, especially when I plan on doing something and my heart is in it. And my heart is in this. At this point in time, I'm either 1 or 2 fights away.
Straight from the champion himself, Usyk genuinely respects what Wilder represents in this era of heavyweight boxing, calling him a dangerous opponent even now. That respect makes what happened at the press conference even more disappointing. Usyk approached this whole matchup with genuine admiration, while Wilder responded with a slap in front of the entire world. The contrast in class between these 2 men could not have been made any clearer than it was in that single moment.
You know, I want to fight with Wilder.
Why?
Because it's a very famous guy. This is guy last 10-15 years will be champion and very dangerous opponent because
Frank Warren backing Usyk to get the win here, and it is honestly the correct call given everything we have seen from the champion recently. Wilder still carries that one-punch power everyone respects, but Warren rightly points out Usyk showed against Daniel Dubois that he remains the man to beat at the very top of this division. Fighting heart, sharp instincts, and championship experience like that simply cannot be matched by reputation alone, and Wilder is about to find that out up close.
I would expect Usyk to win the fight. Be very surprised if he didn't win the fight. But, you know, one thing about Deontay can do, he can whack.
Would you like to see that fight, Usyk versus Wilder?
Deontay's what, 40 years of age
40 now.
Is he the same fighter? I don't think he's the same fighter. But then again, is Usyk the same fighter? Because as much as he beat Tyson, those fights took something out of him. The second fight, there was a couple of things in there, which he still shows what he is, a fighting man, a fighting heart. And he certainly showed against Daniel Dubois on top of his game. He's still the man to beat. So we will see. But if he's going to make that fight and it's going to be Deontay in the other corner, let him get it on.
Let that sink in. Unbeaten in 25 fights and widely regarded as one of the greatest of his generation and of all time. That is the man Deontay Wilder chose to slap at a press conference. Usyk vacated his titles, but made it clear he is not retired, hunting one final statement fight to close out his legendary career in style. Wilder may be a former world champion himself, but even his own team openly admits he is well past his peak at this stage. This entire farewell dance was supposed to be about legacy and respect, and Wilder's actions at that press conference only reinforced exactly why Usyk remains the far bigger name in this matchup heading into fight night.
With Dana White Zuffa boxing for a farewell fight against Deontay Wilder in America. The Ukrainian has vacated his WBA Super, WBC and IBF heavyweight titles last week, but insists he is not retired and wants one last dance. Usyk, 39, is unbeaten in 25 fights and is widely regarded as one of the greatest of his generation and of all time. I'll just chuck that in there. While Wilder, 40, is a former world heavyweight champion, but well past his peak. Well past his peak. Add that in. Just got to do that. Oleksandr Usyk has already stated that he sees Wilder as an opponent for his last dance. Usyk's team sporting director Sergey Lapin told BBC Sport, "It is a matchup with significant potential for a sporting, a media and international perspective." Americans Wilder manager Shelley Finkel told BBC Sports if Wilder was offered a fight with Oleksandr Usyk, he would take it. You mean you would take it without even contacting Deontay Wilder, Shelley Finkel.
So there it is. Chaos at the top table, and a slap that has set the entire boxing world alight. What's truly at stake here is nothing short of legacy. Oleksandr Usyk is already unbeaten in 25 fights, already a two-time undisputed heavyweight champion, and this fight against Deontay Wilder represents the final piece of an already historic career. Wilder, meanwhile, is fighting for something completely different: relevance, redemption, and one last chance to prove the doubters wrong that if Usyk wins, and every sign points towards exactly that, it completes arguably the greatest heavyweight resume of the modern era. 2 wins over Tyson Fury, 2 wins over Anthony Joshua, 2 wins over Daniel Dubois, and now a statement victory over one of the most feared punchers this division has ever produced. That's not just a win. That's a career-defining full stop. But if Wilder shocks the world, that one-punch power everyone still respects turns an aging veteran into a heavyweight folk hero overnight. It would be one of the biggest upsets in modern boxing history and would completely rewrite the narrative around his twilight years. Mentally, though, there's really only one way to look at this. Usyk stood there and took a slap without flinching, without retaliating, completely unmoved. That composure, that discipline, that calm under pressure, that's championship mentality on full display. Wilder needed theatrics to make headlines. Usyk simply needs to fight. So tell us, are you backing the undisputed king to add Deontay Wilder's name to his legendary resume? Or do you think that one-punch power still has enough left to shock the world? Drop your prediction in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're riding with Usyk, and subscribe so you never miss a second of the build-up to fight night.